Starter's hands, the lights are on, and the roll call is being...
The commentary, of course, is of the A final on its way. You're on here, Toby.
Final, and sponsored by Rangi Ruru, and Rangi Ruru are in the middle lane of this race, and they've taken a flyer. I can tell you that Wanganui Collegiate's gone out even harder in lane number 6. So who's going to upset the seeding? St Margaret's on the outside here, and going from lane 8 to 1, we've got St Margaret's, Barradine, Wanganui Collegiate, Epsom Girls Grammar, Rangi Ruru Girls, St Peter's number 1, Dunstan High School, and across from us, but closest to you, Waikato Diocesan. But it is Wanganui Collegiate and Rangi Ruru who have taken the early lead here, folks. We are through the first 250 now, and it is Wanganui Collegiate by a canvas over top of Rangi Ruru. Then we go out to lane number 7, which is Barradine College, and then right beside the boat here, St Margaret's. Let's have a look at the St Margaret's crew swinging through the water very nicely. They're in lane 8, so they're not one of the top qualifiers, but they've got a lot of swing in the boat. There's some pretty small girls in the St Margaret's boat. There's a couple of tall ones at the stern end of the boat, and the coxswain, she's really leaning into her work here. She's continually looking out to the right side to see where the rest are. She takes a look at us. She's pretty happy with where they're sitting, but meanwhile, it is Wanganui Collegiate, then we go Rangi Ruru, and then St Peter's School number 1 starting to nudge their nose towards the front. Then it's a battle for the rest. We've got Epsom Girls Grammar and Barradine. Barradine sitting in 4th spot. 5th would be Epsom Girls Grammar. Then we'd go Dunstan High School. Then Waikato Diocesan. Dunstan at the moment sitting back. That'll be Simon Smith's crew. He'll be pretty happy to have them in the A final with a chance at a medal here, and the best chance at the moment seems to be the bronze medal. Wanganui Collegiate just starting to miss a few catches now. Some catches being missed by Wanganui Collegiate because there's pressure coming from Barradine. So we're through the first 555 metre mark, and it is Rangi Ruru and St Peter's High School from Cambridge. So of course rowing out on the Lake Karapiro with the elite St Peter's, and I think these guys were the North Island champions over Wanganui Collegiate possibly. We'll be able to confirm that later on, but Rangi Ruru, the South Island champions, going along nicely. They're just down by half a canvas over on St Peter's. St Peter's with the lead of the race. 3rd would be Wanganui, 4th Barradine, 5th St Margaret, 6th Epsom, 7th Dunstan, and 8 on the inside would be Waikato Diocesan. So we're approaching the 1,000 metre mark. We're going to bring it through to the last 500 for you. It's Rangi Ruru by a bow ball now. So stern for stern. We are sitting on the sterns of Rangi and St Peter's, and it's Rangi who's nudging ahead very slowly. St Peter's goes again though. We're coming up to the moves. Who's going to do the best move at the 1,000 metre mark? Will it be the 10 on, 10 long, 10 strong from Rangi Ruru that will get them ahead? But no, it's St Peter's. It's St Peter's who's on the move now. We're about to go through the 1,000 metre mark. We'll give it to you as they go through the yellow buoy line. So here we go, coming up to the yellow line, and it looks like St Peter's will go through. Here we go, through halfway point. St Peter's 1, 2nd Rangi Ruru, 3rd Wanganui Collegiate, 4th Barradine, 5th is on the inside, Waikato Diocesan, 6th will be St Margaret, 7th Epsom Girls Grammar, and 8th is Dunstan High School. So it's Rangi Ruru with the work to do to get up into the gold medal position. It looks like South Island versus North Island, and St Peter's is having the day of it. St Peter's, this big strong program from Lake Karapiro, is starting to push ahead. Is it because they see the elites every day, day in, day out, the likes of Julia Edward and Sophie McKenzie, the big 8-packer of the New Zealand Women's 8, Grace Prendergast and Kerry Gowler? Is this what these girls are trying to replicate? In St Peter's by about a bow ball, just a bow ball, folks. The coxswains are eyeballing each other. Stern for stern, Bowell for Bowell. St Peter's still just ahead though. St Peter's just ahead over Rangi Ruru. 3rd sitting with Wanganui Collegiate. Then we come back to a tight battle for the minor positions. It's between Barradine, St Margaret's and Epsom. What's happened to Dunstan High School? Something dramatic has happened to Dunstan High School. It looks like they're caught on the bow, on the boys. Looks like they're caught on the boys. They're going again now, Dunstan High School, but they're out. Dunstan are out. It's at the front. St Peters started to crack now. We'll get a rate on them for you. About to hand it over to you, commentary team. But it's St Peters by 2 rowers. 2 rowers, they've got the advantage. 38. Here we go, folks. We'll hand it over to the commentary tower. But as they leave us here at the 500 metre mark, it is St Peters 1, Rangi 2nd, and Wanganui Collegiate 3rd.
We've got Rangiruru on 36 as they try to go through the middle of the course. The South Island Championships right alongside them, the North Island Championships. St Peters, they're just back off the pace a little so slightly, but Rangiruru, you can tell the multicoloured boat and the gold caps out of lane number 4. All the actions coming on the North Island champions right alongside them. There's absolutely nothing between these two crews. There might even be a slight advantage to St Peters. It could be St Peters, the North Island champions, St Peters School. They might have a very slight advantage of about 3 feet over Rangi. Can Rangi crank it up in the coloured boys? You can guarantee Maisie Natras is out there giving them the fingers up to make sure that they are getting the message from the coxswain. It's Maisie Natras. Come on, Maisie, can you get him home? And here comes Rangi as well. Here comes Rangi too. Maisie must have heard if she put her finger up, and away they go. There they go. It looks like Rangiruru. There's nothing between the two of them on the angle. They are neck and neck. Then we have to go out to Wanganui Collegiate. Wanganui Collegiate look as if they're going to have a crack at the biscuit. On the right hand side of them is Barradine. Then we go out to St Margaret's. Come down the inside to Waikato. Dio flying home as well. But it is Rangiruru. Rangiruru with, they are locked together. They are absolutely locked together as they go across. Get out and cheer St Peters School, Rangiruru. Rangi's got the better run on their boat. Rangi have got 2 feet now. Rangi have got 3 feet, 4 feet. They're going away from them. They're going away a canvas, Rangi. What a big row from Rangi. Rangiruru will take the gold medal for 2016. St Peters will take the silver. Then we go out to lane number 6 and you'll find that that's Wanganui Collegiate. They were second at the North Island Championships. Locked together as one, Waikato Diocesan, along with Barradine. And then we go down into the middle, the yellow boat. That's Epsom Girls Grammar, and across the far side, St Margaret's number 1 crew.
It's the busy end of the day, but let's present medals to all these gorgeous girls now. This is the Girls Under 16 Coxed 8, proudly sponsored by Rangiruru. We have Rangiruru Principal Sandra Hasty to present the medals. So it's very much a Rangi thing today, this race, but not to take it away from the other crews because it's so important. The winners of the bronze medal for the Girls Under 16 Coxed 8. Let's have lots of noise, please, for Wanganui Collegiate. Good work, team. Good work. In this crew, Ella Goddard, Himari Simon, Jamie Harris, Catherine Pierce, Bethany Torr, Maddie McLean, Maggie O'Leary-Noyer, Laura Francis, and their cox by Anna Gower James. This crew is coached by Dave Lindstrom and Kirsty Back. That's your fan club. Should be a pay rise in this for you, Dave. He told me to say that. The time for Wanganui, 7:16.13. One for Cox and Anna. And a coach, medal for Coach Kirsty. Congratulations, Wanganui Collegiate. Now, the winners of the silver medal. Girls under 16, Coxed 8, St. Peters. We have in this crew Katie Bell, Hannah Smythe, Katie Walworth, Caitlin Burns, Brooke Kilmister, Brianna Perry, Morgan Brown, Amy Butler, and they're coxed by Caitlin Williamson. They are coached by Janie Wackrow and Ellie Darce. I think we have Ellie with us to collect her. Sorry, I'm standing in your way. The time for St. Peters was 7:08.62. So presenting the silver medals now for the girls under 16 Coxed 8, sponsored by Rangiruru. So a big round of applause, please, for our silver medal winners, St. Peters. And now the Aon Secondary Schools Girls Under 16 Coxed 8 champions for 2016, Rangiruru. That's their coach, Mark Cottam. And in the crew, Claudia Reid, Kate Boyd, Emma Stevens, Jemima Bell, Isabella Carter, Sophie McCartan, Izzy Evans, Alice Sproat, and they're coxed by Maisie Natras. Their time, 7:07.80. The girls are receiving their gold medals from their principal, Sandra Hasty. And our thanks to Rangi for sponsoring this event. Now, if you were a rower and it was your birthday, what would be your best present? A gold medal. Happy birthday, Maisie, the coxswain for Rangiruru. This is one birthday that Maisie is never going to forget. Thank you. Everyone, happy birthday. Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. Well done. Congratulations, Rangi.